Thanks for joining me on another video as I head up to Northwest Oklahoma to explore a new area.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I had. I go hard, do what I need to make it.
Hey everyone, it is Black Friday and I am out on some back roads. Just stopped up here at Sealing, got some fuel, and now I'm gonna hit some back roads and kind of work on some new routes. Headed up towards the Woodward-ish area. There's a couple of state parks, some wildlife lands, just places I've never been, roads I've never been, and I'm gonna go see what I find today. Maybe it'll turn into a route someday. It's winter, work has slowed down, so hopefully I'm gonna try to get out and get some videos. Depending on how long it takes me to edit this stuff though, you may be seeing this a little late. I apologize for that. Be sure and follow the Instagram and Facebook and all that for current updates as far as quicker recaps on some of my trips. But yeah, it's gonna be a cold weekend, maybe some rain and stuff, but I'm excited to head out and see what I find today. It wasn't long before I was on some dirt and even on some interesting roads. I could tell today was gonna be a good day. Try to get out of the wind here, but there's a neat little cross here up on top of this hill and overlooks the train tracks, so if you're into trains, not a bad little overlook. So far today the road's been great. There's nothing I would take out, so this very well may become a route pretty quick. This area I'm in right now is right by some train tracks, and since I've been in the area, there's already been 3 trains go by. So there's another waypoint up here I've got as a train watching lookout spot. Actually, I think there's 2 or 3 I've got marked in this area. So that might be part of what this route becomes, is some kind of train spotting route. The views and the plains up here, it's been nice. This is not what I expected today. The roads have worked out, and only a couple hours in, and it's been a lot of fun. Nothing's been crazy spectacular, but it's all been pretty good. I think this will definitely turn into a route. So let's continue on to this next little spot and see what we find. This spot here is a pretty neat little bridge over the train tracks and the red dirt walls and stuff. This would be some pretty cool photos. Definitely worth trying to plan a trip to be here when the trains are here. I'm gonna hang out here for a few minutes, kind of take a break, see if maybe a train will come by. This is a neat spot. This trip's been worth it. It's been a good day. maybe been here, I don't know, 15 minutes. Hold on, let me roll the window up. I've maybe been here like 15 minutes flying the drone, and this is like the 4th train that's flown by. So if you're into train spotting or photography of some sort, this route's going to be a good one. At least this section here is. But crashed the FPV a few good times, still works. So Avata, definitely been happy with. Of course, all my drones are DJI. I've had good luck with all of them. But it is time to hit the road and continue on and see what the rest of this route has in store.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let us dance this night away.
This section I haven't filmed a whole lot because it's just miles and miles of dirt and gravel. You're driving through an area similar to the Painted Desert route, so you've got these bluffs and stuff to look at. Occasionally you're kind of up on top of them. You got good views for miles. Sometimes you get down in these valleys, then you got the bluffs all around you. It's just rolling plains that, I mean, it's an awesome drive if you're into this stuff. Some people would find it boring. Me, I've drove a total of 80 miles today, and probably 72-ish have been off pavement. And that is awesome to me. And being out here in the plains and seeing these old farm homesteads and, you know, they're ranches, but knowing what it took to build all the fences and all the work to raise something out here, and you got something to look at the same time, it's an awesome trip for me. Again, this isn't off-roady. Honestly, all the roads today, my Jetta would have made it unless it's raining. These clay roads would turn to mud. But honestly, today it's been easy going and just scenic. I mean, you're just driving through stuff like this. It's definitely an area that pictures and videos don't do justice, because everything kind of looks flat on a picture. Then you get out here and you realize how big everything is compared to you. And this is honestly part of Oklahoma that I didn't know really existed. These are roads I've never been on. And they're decently maintained roads. I mean, they go to a lot of oil field leases, so there's travel on them at points. But I've been about the only... I gotta back up. One, I think that was my road.
You have missed your turn. Recalculating.
maybe. And 2, what a strange photo op. This is one of those areas that crosses a cattle guard. And in this part of Oklahoma, that's not uncommon. You can usually tell if it's still a county road because it's big and maintained well. There's signs usually right there that say, hey, it's county road, blah, blah, blah. There's weight limit signs and all that through here. But it is kind of an open range area. And these are some of the funnest roads. Now there is some in farther northwest Oklahoma where I had some routes like this years and years ago that they have shut these roads down and they're just ranch roads now and they're gated and everything. So if you do happen to come across a road with a gate on it, pretty much in Oklahoma, if it's gated, it's private property. We don't have BLM lands that have gates that you can just open and drive through. So keep that in mind. You always don't want to disturb someone's private property. But man, this area, I'm just snaking in through some of these not mountains, but these hills and bluffs. It's been a good route. There's just miles and miles of this, and I did not expect this today. I know I'm rambling, but I'm trying to put a little more of me into the videos instead of just music and clips. But anyways, it's about 3:11. I'm trying to cover some miles to get to somewhere to camp. It may be Alabaster Caverns because that's the closest state park. If I can make it to the WMA land just past that, I'll try for that tonight. But I'm good wherever. I've never been to Alabaster Caverns.
Oh, speed bump.
And if I do camp there, I won't go in the caves or nothing. I'll wait and do that as a family trip or something one of these days. But man, this is just gorgeous. If you wanted an easy Sunday drive when it's not muddy, this route would be a good one. But anyways, I keep finding stuff to film. I'm gonna try to hit some miles and make it to camp. Well, I have made it out here to what I'm going to call camp tonight. I am at the Cimarron Bluff WMA. As you can see, there's a little fenced in campsite here, right basically on this little ridge. And there's nobody here. It is hunting season, so I was kind of iffy. But I don't see anybody. So I'm gonna take this spot. It's getting late. I am disappointed though. You can see the sunset there, kind of somewhere behind me. It's cloudy. This spot on a clear night, I think would be amazing for photography. Because I don't know how close the nearest towns are. Luckily, it's not windy at all, and not supposed to be. Otherwise, this would be a pretty exposed camp spot. But on a night like tonight, I think I'm going to take advantage of it and enjoy the quiet. And it's so quiet, my ears are ringing out here. I mean, plumb quiet. I'm not used to that. I'm used to hearing some oil field equipment, a road, something. It's literally... It's so quiet, I'm hearing there's a bird quite a ways away. I can hear him flap its wings. That's crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna set up my camera here. Probably do a little time lapse or something of me setting up camp. I'm not gonna cook much for supper. Probably just heat up some chili or something simple. Or maybe hot dogs, I don't know. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. I'm gonna break out the propane fire pit. But anyways, I'm gonna get camp set up and I'll check back in with you in a minute. If you notice, I have 3 of these mounts for the ladder here. The reason I do that is these 2 hold my shoe bag, and this one holds my ladder normally at night, but during the day I have it over here so I can still open and close my door just fine. You could get by with putting your ladder back here, but I like to be more in the center of the doorway, so I always use back here. But I do have the 2 set up on the back in case it's rainy and I have to get in with the overhang or something. But that's why I set it up this way.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore. There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me. There are a lot of choices waiting to be made. Too many choices making me afraid. Dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore.
Make sure I'm recording before I talk to this thing forever. Yep. Think what you want, but I decided to go easy for supper and got some pepper jack cheese, some ham, and some crackers, and make myself a adult lunchable, if you will. I don't know about y'all, but I ate too much yesterday for Thanksgiving. Still feeling it, so we'll just take it easy. Just been flying the drone around, and man, it is peaceful out here. On a windy day, it'd be tough because of the wind. Man, these things are like childproof. Resealable if you can ever get in it. I'm in it now. Good gravy. That was a lot of work. I know this summer I haven't been posting very many videos, and by now you've probably seen my Arkansas videos finally. But with the summer, I just get so busy at work. I still try to do a little bit, and I'll post pictures and stuff when I do get out. Every time there's going to be pictures, basically, something. I just may not make a whole video during the summer because I'm so busy and my trips are quick. Or if I'm doing trips with a group, it's hard to film, especially because I'm usually the one leading the group. and planning everything, it's hard to film on top of that. And since I'm usually by myself, as far as the family and stuff goes, it's just hard to film in the summer. It's hard to film groups, so I don't always make videos. But it's winter, as you can see. I'm back at it. Hopefully I'll get some videos made and get some content coming, and try to get back to once a week video if I can. No guarantees though. I do want to say a big shout out to the people that have bought merch. You can find some shirts and stuff on Shop Overland Apparel. I appreciate that support. Also, my Patreon supporters, I finally gave in, made a Patreon, and I've been surprised. Obviously, I'm a long ways from ever doing this full time, and I don't know if I'll ever want to get to that stage. But I do really appreciate the support, and you know, even if you can't buy anything, I get it. I've been poor most of my life. Like, share, comment, all that stuff really helps me. So again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. While I enjoy doing this, I do enjoy it more knowing that other people enjoy me making these videos and posting the pictures and making the routes and doing the stuff I do. So I appreciate that. It's been a good day. Trying to talk, because I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's getting dark. So trying to talk a little bit, get off here, eat. I'll probably go to bed early. I won't actually go to bed. I'll probably go up there and watch movies and lay in the heat. It's like 40 something right now though. It's pretty nice. It is supposed to rain tonight, so I'll probably pack my awning and everything up, chairs and all that, before I go to bed, in case it rains. That way all I got's my tent and my ladder in the morning. Make it quick and easy. But this will probably be about it for the video today. We'll see how this edits out. I may end the video here and then start a new video for tomorrow, or I may continue on. It just kind of depends on what footage I got today worked out. But today's route started in Sealing, ended up in Alabaster Caverns, and I don't think I would change anything about the route. There's not a lot of historic stuff, but it was almost all dirt, and it was just in and out of these mesas and the bluffs and stuff, and I thought it was awesome. So be on the lookout for that pretty quick. I'll probably do a little group trip coming up here. By the time you watch this, I may have already brought a group up here, because I like to bring 2 or 3 people at least, see what they think about the route before I publish one. It also allows me to get more familiar, and I usually find stuff I missed the first time I go through. But anyways, that's about it for the video today. I know I'm rambling, I'm tired, I'm hungry. It's been a long day, 120-ish miles covered today. The sun's going down, but it's going to be a nice night. So I'm going to get off here, get some food ate, and I'll check back in with y'all later.
Bedtime. Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's about 7:30. Me being me, naturally I woke up at 5:30. Tried to go back to sleep. Couldn't do it. Not gonna cook breakfast or anything. I'm gonna hit the road. Got a lot of cloud cover today, so not much sunrise or anything yet. There is rain on the way, so I went ahead and packed up before it got here. Looks like I'll miss it. I should stay north of it because I'm heading north from here a little ways. But imagine today at some point it's gonna get wet. But anyways, let's see what we find today. Yesterday's route was great. I'm happy with that one. That'll become something today. Let's see what we find though. This whole trip is literally an area that I've never explored. I don't think I ever worked up here. It's all new to me. So far it's been great. This campsite at Cimarron Bluff WMA, it's on the top of a hill. It's exposed. If it's windy, it's gonna be windy here, but you can see for miles. I mean, there's not anything really to look at other than more rolling hills. You know, it's not an epic spot, but a positive to that is it's a spot that's probably not used very often, as a lot of these WMA spots are, and that's why I like them. But let's continue on, do some exploring, and see what we find today and where we end up. This road here is a good example of why I love to get out and explore and actually put my feet on the ground. I had a road near here, kind of picked a straighter line, but once I got up here, there's a little offshoot road that's kind of crooked, and that's usually a good sign. And then once I got in the area and could kind of see what the ground may be like, I was like, well, that looks like it's down in a river valley. And sure enough, this road is down here near the river valley. There's some pretty good little views. And it's a road that doesn't really go anywhere. And those are my favorites. You can tell by looking around, there's some oil field equipment scattered through here, but like nothing new. This is all old leases, old equipment. There's one old farmhouse that was really cool. And little roads like this are awesome to check out. That's one of the reasons I enjoy coming out by myself. It's easier for me just to cut off and hit some of this stuff. If I've got a big group or something, I can't really change the plan that much, because I don't want to take them down somewhere that we can't turn around or something and have to back out. You know, if it's just me though, it's easy to explore. But it's been a good morning so far. I'm just cruising around, checking out these back roads. It's still cloudy, no rain yet, so that's a plus. Otherwise, this trip might get interesting if these roads get muddy. But continue on. I'm gonna have to go get some gas before too long. Hopefully I can make it over to Buffalo. Got about a quarter of a tank. I should be okay. But all new area, all new exploration. This is a lot of fun for me. Well, I've made it to Buffalo, stopped and fueled up, and it started to rain. It's just kind of a sprinkle, but it may make these roads interesting, so we'll have to see how that turns out. Just going to continue on for the day and see what roads I find. I've got some points mapped out and some roads, but until you get up here, you don't really know what they are. Got a couple of wildlife areas, I think. But I'm just gonna drive around and see what's up here. This is my first time being in the area, and just here to see what's here, I guess. But stopped and fueled up and ready to hit the road again. those sections that I find that's, yeah, it's paved, but it's got some awesome views. This would be an awesome Sunday drive route. This is, if I live nearby, I would check this stuff out. Well, I went and explored the Howell and Fern Cooper WMA. There's some pretty good campsites there. Nothing spectacular, but something useful for if I come up here in the future. Now I'm at Fort Supply Lake. I'm gonna drive around here. There's also a WMA attached to it with some campsites and stuff, but it says it is closed during hunting season to non-hunting activities, and since I'm not hunting, I'm going to stay out of there. But I am going to drive around the actual lake here, the area that's part of the Corps of Engineers or whatever. During the winter, they more or less abandoned most of these here lately, so most things are shut off if there's anything like that. But this first area here I'm at is Beaver's Point, I believe is what it's called. Beaver Point. But there's a vault toilet here and some campgrounds, picnic table, grill, stuff like that. But I'm gonna drive around and see what I find here at the lake. I know I haven't been filming much. It's raining, so I'm not getting the drone out, not hanging my hand out the window, but I'll get something and make something of this video. So judging from what I'm seeing as far as the gates and things up around here, I'm guessing this place closes just like Canton does for the winter, more or less. They winterize everything, and there is some camping primitive, but it's first come, first serve. Good luck. There's nothing out here but a vault toilet and a place to camp, which means perfect overlanding time. So it's been fun though, driving around, just seeing what's down here. I've never been here. It is raining pretty good though, so I'm not filming a lot. You see over there, somebody is camping. So there is some people camping here. I don't know if they have electricity or anything like that. It may just be primitive only. But I'm gonna keep driving around and see what I find. I think that's about it for the day. It's getting dark. I was gonna camp tonight, but I was actually able to cover everything that I had planned tomorrow as well today. And it has been raining all day long. It's that kind of rain that just steady pour, or it's the kind of rain that's just steady all day, and it's cold. It's like right there about freezing. And it's kind of miserable camping in that crap. And by myself, and everything's already dry, so I'm just gonna keep it that way and work my way home. But overall, it's been a great trip. I know today I didn't film much, and honestly, when I get down to edit it, I probably ended up just throwing it into a quick little music thing and called it good for today's part. But it rained all day. The roads, while they were dirt, they were good. There wasn't really anything spectacular or crazy. Other than the metal art, that was the highlight of the day, I think. And seeing the eagle, that was pretty cool. First eagle I've actually got on pictures, so that's a first for me. But it's been a good trip. Again, thanks everyone for supporting me. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And hopefully I'll see y'all on one of the next ones. My group trips and all that are on Sooner State Overland group, so if you're not already on there, check it out. And if you want to tag along one of these days, let me know. Remember, there's still another mile left to explore. I'll see you on the trail.